everyone, I'm Brandon, I'm Star Player 1, and we are continuing on with Leviathan, the last day of the decade. Last time we left off is we got access to the archives, and we found out that our dad killed himself, and that our mother was making an agreement with our guardian, Orvud, to adopt us. But we don't know what went wrong. Something happened, obviously, because she's dead. I'm gonna look up her name, her maiden name. Let me list by letters. I need H. Alright, after a while he comes back with a pile of papers. Based on the agreement found in Orvud's folder, my mother had a last name of Hirschblad. Maybe some of the documents here will tell me something. Strange. I never thought about which family my mother belonged to. We never met her relatives, and I never heard anything about them. Maybe our relationship wasn't as rosy as I thought it was. The Hirschblad letters were in white folder. Is there anything in here that might be worth looking at? There's blood stains all over it. These photos are similar to a dossier. Famous names are on the front page. Triberg, Lesfrod. This photo is signed Bertrand. Wonder what's in it. Oliver opens the files, signed Bertrand. It's a dossier. There's a photograph on the first page of my father when he was young and had short, stiff hair. Bertrand, main source of income, hunting demons, sorcery, magic, mining, and working with amber. There's another small clipping from the book lying there. Amber is a very important part of the Bertrand business. They say that the family has a special way of working with the stones. After polishing and cutting, the stone gains the ability to capture the image of demons and aberrants that come close to that person holding the stone. In order to decipher the image that was recorded on the stone, the Bertrands use a special device that they make themselves. So is that the strange machine with all my father's stuff, that strange device? The Bertrand stone records only the image of the demonic creature, aberrant of various forms. Demons who have made pacts with people, blood, magic, etc. In order to find demons, Bertrands wear jewelry with the stone pendants, brooches, earrings, and tiaras with amber. Rings and bracelets may also be used. The ring in amber. Why I realized it before, Mother's ring. It's adorned with a big piece of amber. There's a bit more information here about the family's income, their place in the council, and their brief genealogy. I'm not sure if this is very useful. It looks like the dossier was made with when a young Sherry Hirschblad was looking for a husband. Yes, I should be grateful for her choosing Dad. It's a stack of old faded letters, each of them to say to Sherry Hirschblad only. The sender's name is written so illegibly that I can't read a word. Let's look here. Dear Sherry, we can skip that. My daughter, oh, it's from my grandmother. Oh, this is important, I think. Look at your face, from the last time we met, and your recent letters all indicate that you are in deep despair. And the cause of your distress, your father may seem malevolent, but in all reality he is depressed. He insists that he repeatedly warned you even before you started arguing about how the Bertrands are paupers and untrustworthy, and that to marry a man from that family was a mistake. And about your husband, it seems that the news of his suicide has reached our region too. Is it true that he ripped open his own stomach right there in the council hall? They say that he asked for money for his family, but everyone refused. I don't approve of what he did, but I can't understand. It's just awful. Just awful. Awful. Like you're playing for your boy Oliver. How can you sell your son? Have you gone mad, my girl? You can't save your family by sacrificing it. What will be left? Just your daughter, Ginny? I sincerely hope that your deceased husband didn't know of your plans, or he wouldn't have forgiven you. And he'd be right. I'm probably trying to justify mother's actions, but it looks like she made the deal with Christian because of the hardship my family was facing. Here's another letter. Hello, daughter. The following half a page of courtesies is a typical of provincial aristocracy. Aristocracy. But after that, there seems to be something important. The whole world is gossiping, daughter. Your name is heard everywhere. Someone said that Sherry Bertrand has gone mad, and others are repeating it. I won't ask whether it's true or not, but I'm worried, especially since your last letters are so strange. Cancel the deal. What are you talking about? You took the money, has spent part of it. Your debts are paid, but your debt to Orvud has only increased. At first, I didn't approve of selling Oliver, but everything has gone too far now. If you sign a contract, then there's nothing to do than meet the conditions of the agreement. Or have you gone crazy like the mean-spirited rumors say? What I just read explains my mother's strange behavior. Right before she died, she was definitely not herself. I remember that well. I guess we go look at the device now. Now we know what it is. I'm sorry I can't make you go back and get the same stuff. You're kind of weird. Give me a V. Yep. I'll see you waiting. Okay, yep. Dossier that my mother made for my father says that the Vertrans use amber to record images of demons and use a special machine to make the image appear. I bet this apparatus is one of those machines. Yes. Yep. Oh wait. Can I use the amber ring? Now I see the stone is found away, so it's easy to pull out. Oliver picks the amber with his nails and applies a bit of pressure at the bottom. Got it. I wonder if the stone has anything that would show who the criminal is. What would make the image visible again? We already know, silly. Okay. Yep. Okay. The dossier my mother made says that they use amber and a special machine to make the image appear. The stone I pulled out of my mother's ring is definitely amber, but maybe I should check it out? Although puts the stone in the apparatus and turns on the machine. Oh, what's going on there? The room is filled with bright blue light, and an image appears and the beams of light come from the stone. Everything is like that night. Mother is laying on the bed and is being strangled by Kristen's shadow. I'm sure my mother was killed by the shadow. The silhouette of the murderer is blurry, but the silhouette of my mother is imprinted quite clearly. There can be only one explanation. The imprint of the murderer looked blurry because in real life the murderer doesn't really look like that. I got you now, Christian, and your damn shadow too. This is what had happened. It all started when my parents got into debt. These receipts I found in my father's papers are sufficient evidence of that. Our family is impoverished. Mother and father tried to get money. Father borrowed gold from nobles, but my mother chose another path. Mother made a deal. She found a man who would pay her a large sum of money to have the rights to become my guardian. That's how these adoption papers appeared. I'm sure that she did this with the best intentions. Most likely my mother thought she was saving the family from disgrace and poverty. She was obviously afraid of telling father that I would be given to another family. But eventually that's what killed him. It says in the death certificate that father killed himself, and I understand why he made that decision. And so the money disappeared and the debt grew. Eventually, even the most generous nobles stopped lending him money, and not seeing any other way out, he went to the council to ask for a loan. Father was a proud man, however. He may have been able to bear being publicly humiliated if it had some result, but he was rejected at the council steps and killed himself. I still remember that line from that crazy, strange, disturbing message. Someone said that Sherry Bertrand went crazy. That's what happened. Now that I've grown up, I clearly understand that mother went crazy and I have no idea what was going on in her frenzied mind. Based on the letters, she backed out of the deal, and that was what motivated the murderer. Maybe my guardian didn't want to kill her. If the book that I found with Orvard's document is correct, the shadow could have dealt with mother without Christian's intervention. On one hand, that makes him less guilty of the crime because it makes him less guilty. But on the other hand, it wasn't the shadow. It's his darker self. On the other hand, there's history of shadows that's been forgotten some, and if I make this crime public, then it will shadow the Orvard's power forever. I bet you, Christian, that you didn't know that this would end this way. I swore long ago that I'd bring you to justice as soon as the right moment came along, and that moment has come. The only thing left I still haven't figured out is the documents that I found in the leather bag. What would the Orvards want with all those children? Hey, are you asleep? Huh? You're just sitting there with your eyes closed and mumbling. You haven't been drinking, have you? If you have, then get out. If you ever think about dying here, I'll kill you. I don't need more dead bodies here. Clarify that? Everything okay? I'm just lost in thought. Everything okay, he says. Maybe you're okay, but I'm busting my butt here. Are you Oliver Bertrand? Yes? What the? Get your stuff. Some guy in the bank employee's uniform has come for you. He said he's an Orvard. How much not to cross on your Orvard? It's not worth it, so get up and get lost. Christian. Yes, that's what he said his name was. Come on, get up. Do I then make you get up? My guardian's here. But how did he find me? Or did he know where to look? Episode 2 complete! Episode 3, being a killer. Oh, it's just getting interesting. We're going straight into it. My guardian is here. If he knew where to find me, that means he also knows why I came here. I need to be more careful. Some of my evidence may be really valuable. I should hide them before my guardian finds out. Quiet Cluckins behind the bar. Is that a chicken? That's impossible. What's the chicken do in the archives? I'm sorry I had to. I kicked the chicken and the chicken killed me. Don't kick invisible chickens, people. That's this lesson. I need to be careful. Some of my evidence might be. I should hide it before my guardian finds out. I have to make sure I have hit all the clues well. The amber from my mother's ring and the newspaper cutouts from the missing children. Okay, so I gotta hide them. What do I have? Do I have all that in my inventory? Ring? Is that the cutout? Let's see. That's not what we need. Okay, I need to hide this then. Okay. Okay, think. Door side. Sign is fading, lost its color like it's really old. I don't understand what's engraved on it, but it looks like a map of the building. Just a reference apartments names and signatures. Sometimes I think all the customers are here are the same person. Maybe that's because I see your face too much. I'm waiting, Bertrand. Tell me why you came while I'm solving this crossword. He closes his eyes and starts thinking about something personal. What's new? New, you ask? Let me think. What's new? 2 volumes of certificates and statements, dozens of menial ladies, and a rash on my hindquarters. What else could there be in this crappy archive? You betrayed me. Hey now, you told my guardian I was here. Hey now, easy there, calm down. And say it, don't spray it. We're not close enough for me to like it. I have no idea what your guardians, why he suddenly showed up to get you from the archives. If someone's grilling you, it wasn't me. Then who? This is an archive, not an information booth. I'm not a barman, but I heard that they like to answer idiotic questions. Some looking at me like that. Stop looking at me like that. I have no idea who told you. I promise. Don't bother me, okay? I'm trying to remember something, and you are distracting me. All right. Goodbye. Okay, see ya. I hope that I won't see you here too often. The archive is still a mess from all your investigating. Quiet cluckings behind the bar. Is that a chicken? That's impossible. What's a chicken doing here? I can see the chicken behind the bar. Okay, go away. Let's not kick that. I don't think there's anything I can do. Maybe I can talk to this guy? Yes? Look closer. Oliver looks at with a curiosity glance. He's a rugged, beefy man with a short, thick beard and slightly chubby, wrinkled face. And he's missing a leg. Instead, he has a steel crutch directly drilled into his bone, with round joints protruding out of it. Who are you? Who are you? I don't remember ever drinking with you before, and you're not one of my brothers in arms, so why are you bothering me? Sorry. Much better. I'm Albert Morgan. I serve in the bureau, and I'm always stuck here. The office rats got on my nerves. Although it looks like I'm one of those rats now, too. Huh. What can I do about this stump? Shows the leg. Time used to be different. Yes? Who are you? Who are you? Okay, hold on, we already did this. Okay. I think we just leave. We already got the stuff. Nope. My neighing of horses can be heard behind the door. It looks like my guardian has come to take me home. Christian is well aware of the rule of the game in high society. He understands that you have to show everyone your wealth and power. Nobody knows but me that in reality Christian is introverted and modest, and that is respectable. To be honest, many of my guardian's qualities are worthy of respect. Being a cold-blooded killer, strict stepfather, and noble is a strange combination. I open the door and go outside. Hello, my boy. Glad to see you again. Hello, Christian. You look exhausted and tired. Obviously, school is really hard. But maybe you're not tired from school, but from something else. You want to talk about it? Christian, what do you mean? That was a stupid question. I already knew what he meant. You're late. You missed your curfew. It's almost 9 p.m., Oliver. Because of you, I had to get people up and go looking for you. What are you thinking about? Sorry, Christian. Oh. Did I hit you too hard? Does it hurt? No, it's okay. I'm sorry. Growing up is painful. It can hurt, but sometimes it needs to hurt. But I still haven't heard your answer, officer. What are you doing in the archive at such a late hour? Studying history. I was studying history. We have a test tomorrow, and I don't have materials, so I went to the archive. Did it go well? It was great, Christian. Tomorrow I'll definitely pass. You'll see. Are you sure that you can pass if you only studied ancient secrets? Christian, what are you talking about? A little bird told me that you were thinking about digging up your past. Why, Oliver, what reason? Are you mad or... Christian? Don't say anything. I wanted to believe that there is more to the story than just anger, something more intense. When I found out that you were investigating the death of your hapless mother, I felt something I never felt before. I felt joy, Oliver. Joy? Yes, joy. Happiness, Oliver. I admire your courage. I admire your deep sense of justice, which leads you forward even so after many years. I remember when you were small, Oliver, like this. A tired, disheveled, frightened boy. Your face was lit up with righteous fury, and you were yelling, Edna, kill him. That's how I remember you that night. I see that your righteous anger still burns inside you. It has grown over the years and taken over your soul. Your whole body is this light, and it's making itself known. The whole city whispers, Oliver Bertrand. Did you hear? Oliver is looking for his mother's murderer. And this glow is brighter now. And I, drawn in by the light, run to you and find you here in the archive. It was an expected finish. Expected and grandiose. That's only true. Reasonable and correct thing to do. It was a noble finale, worthy of going down in Aristotelic history. Why is he so happy? What, is he not afraid of what can happen next? You're great. I'm proud of you, Oliver. I always wanted you to grow to be a real aristocrat, honest, brave, self-confident, and ready to fight for justice no matter what the cost. Oliver, now I want to ask you one thing. I want you to soberly discuss with you something in great detail. Empty your pockets, Oliver. I want to see what you found. Why? Why, Christian? You won't kill me if I don't give it to you, will you? Why be stupid, my boy? Since your investigation is no longer kept secret from me, why don't you show me your cards? I'm curious, officer. No more. Oliver empties his pockets and gives the evidence to his guardian. Christian takes the yellow bag from his archive in his hands. What is this? What's this stuff? Peeking inside the bag, Christian takes the newspaper cutouts. Okay, what is this? It's... No, Oliver. No, you can't. I didn't want you to know. I didn't want it. Did we die? Christian hit me repeatedly, and I think I'm about to lose conscience. Everything's getting dark. I'm regaining conscience and seeing Christian open the carriage door as he quickly throws all the evidence on the road. Looks like I lost. Okay. I gotta get rid of the evidence somehow. Close so you can see a small sign that says library room. Okay. Oliver holds the back. Okay, take out the newspaper. Now the evidence doesn't take up so much space. It'll be easier to hide from my guardian, and the bag will be a good distraction. Oliver holds the bag filled with newspaper cutouts of dead children in his hand. Damn, bag, I have more important things to do now. For example, finding a way to hide especially important evidence for my guardian. Oliver throws the bag to the side. Oliver examines the bags. It's just a bag. It's really old. Some threads are on. All in all, I don't really care what condition it is. What's more important is what's in the inside. Damn bag, I have more important things to do. Okay, I gotta hide the evidence. Alright. So I gotta find some way to get rid of this. Inspect. Oliver quickly places the amber bead into the ring and presses it down with his fingers. A quiet clicking is heard and the stone settles back into one place. Notice ring, looks like it did before. Now, even the most astute observer, when looking at the stone, will barely notice that you can take it out and use it for something else. Okay, now I think that's actually what we're supposed to do. Yep, it's in now. Half of the page is filled with Dork photograph of a young boy. Great sorrow. We citizens inform of his death. Bertram Landmaster. Bertram hung himself drinking wine. Saw his house before. I don't think. Here's the last paragraph. Okay. I think I'm good to go now. I'm gonna save it, and then I'll go and try this one more time. Click. 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 Yes. Okay, let's try this again. Hold on. I need to look at the missing children article. Okay. So I wonder if it's the article of the missing children. Yeah, okay. Small paper newsletter phrase, cut, and this chain of parts. Among the pictures are pencil. Okay. I'm guessing I have it hidden, so let's go. We can kind of skip to that part to see if anything happens. Okay, skip. Hits me. Take it like a man. Studying history. Alright. Let's show him. Oliver empties his pockets and gives the evidence to the Guardian. Takes the old letter back from the archives in his hand. What is this? What's this stuff? Empty. Tell me, honestly, why you need this horrible old purse? When we get home, give it to the servants to throw out. One of the items taken out was, he notices his mother's ring. Christian looks at it a long time. The past can suddenly, unavoidably overtake us. Poor Sherry. I remember when I gave her that ring. You must be aware of the deal your mother and I made. The ring was supposed to be a reminder of our deal. Alas, it didn't help. Become sad. You probably don't know what happened next. Your father killed himself because he couldn't pay off his debts. Sherry was already a bit of a nut job, but the death of her beloved husband was too much for her. Your mother, Oliver, went crazy. The memories of what happened the day before your father killed himself were forgotten. She couldn't even recognize me, and I didn't want to hear anything about our deal. That night, I came to her and begged and pled. And Orvard had never done that before, but I was willing. But there was no effect. I killed her by accident in a fit of rage. I could not control myself, and if you ask me, I feel bad about it. I would say yes. Very bad. Christian wisely didn't say anything about the shadow role in the murder. I need to continue to play along and make it look like I don't know about the details. I'm glad that I put the ring back together. If my guardian knows about the properties of the amber and the stone that was removed, it would have made him suspicious. Christian takes some time to look at the documents that Oliver found, then he puts them aside. Trash, some piece of papers and clay pens, junk. It's all junk. His hand shakes. It's just me, or does he look disappointed? You call that evidence, my boy? I'm sorry, but it wouldn't be enough evidence even if you were pretending to be a detective. On the other hand, you learn a valuable lesson, figure everything out, and diligently took your own path. Commendable, very commendable. But we digress. Let's get back to things that I've already mentioned, and I want to talk to you about immediately. First of all, I want to know an answer to a question that's been tormenting me for many years. Oliver, I want to know how you feel about me. We say we respect him. He's not my dad. He's trying to be that role. It's hard to explain. No, stop. Don't rush your answer. I know the feeling. There's a voice inside you that probably wants you to yell at how much you hate me. But I don't believe that voice. Remember what I told you yesterday. You're on the right path and are doing what you should be. But that's the past, and it should stay in the past. Don't tell me that you remember your mother well. I'll never believe it. As you know, my mother died when she was young. I remember from her about her is her blonde curls and her turned up lip. Anything else has been utterly forgotten. It's a void. That's what always happened. The void is always filling with made up love, sadness for something that never existed, worrying and longing. Even now, Oliver, you keep remembering your mother who has passed away long ago. You forgot about another person. About a person who gently led you by the hand your whole life. You forgot about me. 10 years, Oliver. 10 years of memories and a shared past. Are you ready to forget about all this? I don't know. Do you remember how I taught you how to play the piano? Your fingers would stumble over the keys when you played scales fast, and I would play them with you. You remember? Yes. In 1584, we put together an amazing collection at the book fair, right? The whole day we walked around without taking a rest, and then we took a whole library of books home with us. I remember this, Christian. It was really cool. Do you remember when you were really young and you were afraid of the dark? I would sit next to you on your bed and hold your hand until you fell asleep. Sometimes I would fall asleep before you, and in the morning I would wake up on the floor. I really was scared that night. I was really calm when Christian was sitting next to me. You see, Pierre, Rosemary, do you remember? When I was a child, I couldn't say the letter R. Christian taught me to say it correctly. Those little memories are worth more to me than any treasure on the earth. Those memories are meaningful when we're together. They create our world, not the one that you are trying to resurrect from your past, but the one that you are currently living in with me. Tell me, Oliver, has it been bad with me? No, Christian. I'm strict, my boy, and I'm cruel to you. But does that make you have hatred towards me? No, Christian. Did you want to put me behind bars out of a sense of justice? Is that the way it should be? Is that right? Yes, Christian. How can this justice compare to even a small drop of love that I have for you? It's hard to compare. The more I think about it, how I feel about my guardian, the harder it is for me to answer that question. Probably not. Christian's eyes glisten with tears. Let me hug you, my boy. I haven't hugged you for so long. Christian hugs Oliver. Aww. And we're going to end it there. I let it go a little longer because obviously there was a wrong choice made and I didn't get rid of the evidence like I should. But if you're liking what you're seeing, like, comment, subscribe down below. And as always, I'll see you guys on my next Start Player 1 video. Bye!